Anyone.
Anyone.
Anyone can be underrated.
Can be underrated
As fuck. As fuck.
as fuck.
You are now tuning into the latest episode of the Underrated as Fuck podcast.
Hosted by the one and only Bliss.
And you already know, Mighty Zay.
Yo, this is so cool, dude.
Yo.
We started the podcast back up,
Yeah.
and we're at episode 2, and now the snowball is just rolling. And it's just going to keep getting bigger.
I'm trying to get this avalanche, baby.
It's going to keep getting bigger and bigger, and we got guests lined up for future
Oh,
episodes.
yeah, that's true.
It's going to be really cool. What we're looking at right now is probably kind of like a guest for one episode, and then just us, and then a guest.
So far, yeah. That's what we have on the
We'll see, but-
itinerary.
I mean, if we get just connected to more people and they want to be on the pod, we might start filling up those empty slots. And
So what's going on?
Let's
If
see
you
what
want to
happens.
join us, let us know what's happening.
so today, just to give y'all a sneak peek of the episode, we're going to be talking about Lil Nas X music video. We're going to go over this Atlanta brawl that was at the airport. We're going to be talking about Jason Kelsey, maybe rumored retirement. We got to talk about Yo Gotti's brother getting shot. This one's a little edgy, but we're going to talk about Juice WRLD sex tape. What's going on with that? And then last but not least, we had to talk about the boss. Ricky Ross got the keys to Miami.
Pairs.
Let's get it. All right, what do you want to talk about first?
All right, so I feel like we just need to get this out of the way. The Lil Nas X music video. So
Let's talk about it and move on.
Let's talk about it and move on. Let's just get it. So, how
Okay,
are you
so-
feeling about this?
Um,
What was your initial thoughts when you first watched it? Let's start off.
So I'm an artist myself.
Right.
So whenever I hear some controversy about a rapper or another
You
artist,
have to check it out.
I have to check it out. But I was actually gonna, look at it from a different perspective.
Right.
And this is just marketing.
At the end of the day,
it's-
at the end of the
I
day,
can't look at it as more than just that. Right? Like it's just
he's not
so,
some Satanist, some type of like person that's trying to be like God or Satan or no. He's just
I can't
This is
really take
controversy.
it that serious.
Right.
Because this is all, anything and everything someone does as an artist or in the entertainment business is
Right.
at the end of the day just trying to get attention.
Yeah. Right.
So, I mean, let's jump a little bit into it.
Any publicity is good publicity.
No such thing as bad publicity. So this is the controversy behind the Lil Nas X video. So he puts out the video. That, by the way, it came out a week ago.
Right.
He puts out the video, and now he's the good guy. He's Jesus. He's Moses. He's God. Which is a complete opposite because on his last marketing run, he was
Lucifer,
the
Satan,
devil.
and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, one of the big news topics that came out with this is that there's a Satanist church that said that they're okay with the fact that he's not doing all that Satan shit.
I don't see why that would even bother them. Like even if it was the case, like why would that disturb what they have going on? Like I don't think that they're in a way to like send blasphemy to anybody that's like against or with it. They're just kind of like with the flow, but like they're doing their own thing in a way. You know
Isn't
what I
it funny though, because they're a Satanist church, right? So
Right,
now
right.
that he's God and all this, they're like looking at him, right? And they're like, oh,
We disown
you
you.
know,
I'm just like-
that's our guy, go easy on our guy.
I'm weak.
So
Squat up.
I mean, what is your take on it? My take was that I can't really see too far past that whole marketing gimmick thing.
Feel that.
What's your take? Do you take it serious? You know what I mean? Do you think it's entertainment? Like,
I personally think it's just entertainment. I'm not gonna sit here and watch it and be like, have any overwhelming feeling of some type. So I mean, for me watching it, I guess it's just this is him being him and how he wants to be perceived and how he wants to get around social media, I guess.
yeah, I can see where you're
Because
coming from.
having public eye is power now. So like, what's doing something controversial is obviously going to put you in the public eye. And if that's getting spread like wildfire through social media, that's only gonna boost who you are, what you're doing. Like, you
and
know,
look, like we're here talking about it.
exactly.
Right. It was a hot topic. It was
Exactly.
a news in the hip hop
Industry.
category,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it worked. Whatever
I
he
ain't
did
gonna lie,
work.
yeah.
We're here
Whatever
talking
he
about it. To those that are taking it kind of serious, just chill.
Just chill.
Because-
like, goddamn.
Let's look further into the future of Lil Nas X real quick. What if, I'm just throwing this what if out there. What if all of a sudden, you know, he's big, he's got his Grammys, he's kind of 10 years in doing his thing, and all of a sudden he's looking like a normal dude. No gimmicks, you know, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, I thought he was this, I thought he was that, I thought he was Satanist, I thought he was...
No overdoing over the edge. It's just,
You
he's
know,
just chill.
Maybe all of a sudden he has a buzz cut. He's walking around just looking hard.
Right.
I don't
right.
know. Like, this
You
is
never know.
all just potentially an attention grab.
Yeah, at the end of the day, so I would just tell anybody that's like overreacting to something like this, like, don't even let it bother you. It's out of your control, so just move along. Like, I don't know.
But it looks like the key to success is to be controversial because most of y'all do take this stuff serious. So
I mean, last week's podcast, we were talking about Kanye being a little controversial. And
I might have to grow my hair out and take my shirt off. I don't know.
I don't know. You want
I
to?
need some. If that's how you get attention nowadays, I must be doing
Yo.
it wrong.
Yo, side note, I feel like Brandon would have the most wavy, like, luscious, straight, like, Revlon type hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see you on a steed.
Dude. All right, let's move on to something else. You want me to pick something?
All right, you go next.
Let's
Sure.
get that Jason Kelsey retirement thing out of the way because I feel like it might just be kind of a short topic. But Jason Kelsey obviously has some sentimental value for you because
Yeah.
he played for the Eagles for how long? Do you
I
know?
was saying, like, I think it was like 15 seasons.
Wow. So what was your
13,
take
15 seasons.
when you heard that he may have been talking about retirement in the locker rooms?
So he was I kind of already had my wave of how I felt about him saying that he wanted to retire because he kind of did this last season as well. And we made it to the Super Bowl.
Oh,
so,
was there rumors that he was going to retire last season?
Yeah, it was like 2 seasons ago. Whenever we fought the Chiefs in the Super Bowl as well. The year before, and then that year, and then this year.
That was before the Bengals Rams Super Bowl, right? Was
I think it was kind of like controversy. Like that's when it kind of started.
Mm.
And then the next Super Bowl was Eagles Chiefs, and then if we would have won that, I'm pretty sure he would have left it on like a bang. You know what I mean, to end the
Right.
season out with the Super Bowl. Like that's like how better could you end your career? So with this season, I mean, the second I saw that game end, I seen him. I just seen his reaction, and I felt like I knew already his decision because there was speculation that he was going to continue on to next season, but right after I saw his reaction at the end of that game, I was just like, yeah, he's retiring. So I just kind of fully embraced it, and we just got to move on. It just is what it is.
So
but-
could this year, this like rumor, potentially be like a speculation too? Like, or
I mean,
is there
anybody can
seem like-
retract anything. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Well, on the podcast with his brother, he did mention that he made a comment and he said, why would he announce something so serious right after a game? And, why would you do it after all that emotion?
All that
of
emotion,
losing that
right.
kind of game? And
Right.
he said that's not the proper place to announce a retirement.
Right.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
And I mean, if he was talking about it in the locker room, though, you know what I'm saying? It must be on his mind. Here, that's my question for you, real quick. So obviously, it's on his mind.
Right.
When do you think he's going to retire?
If not now, it's going to be next. I think he has maybe one more season in him, and that's kind of.
And that one more is that like, all right, I'm gonna give it one more go.
But then again, that falls into the category of like, how do you know, like, when to stop saying, okay, one more? Because you can have a cookie or a chip.
That's
and be
my
like,
thing with it too.
You know
it's
what I
like,
mean?
when is it enough? Like when?
Right. When is it truly like this one more was my last one? Like, how do you officially know that? And I think it's all perspective. Like, how much more do you feel like you want to take, or how much?
They
And
make it
then-
to like the conference next season, and
Oh
then he's
my
like, One more season.
I'm weak. Fuck it, Kelsey. If you can be on this team and be our center until you're 80, dog, I'm with it. You know what I mean? So if you want to do it, let's get it done.
Here, so I just got another question that kind of came to me. So let's just say the Eagles ended up getting to the conference.
Right.
Over again. At that point, when is it, okay, I'm going to retire? How many conferences do you have to lose? Those who don't know, the conference is the game right before the Super Bowl. How many conferences do you have to lose before retiring? Because that you're at the top of the mountain.
You're at the peak.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how many of those do you need before you retire? And I guess this is kind of just your opinion, right?
Yeah, so for me, let's just say if I was like, it's just on my, it just depends on my attitude waking up and how I feel like I want to continue my day with this said thing. So let's just say if I wake up and I start having a little bit of resentment, a little bit of doubt towards it, then all the other negativity is going to creep into my mind. Now, the question is, how well do I fare off against all that negativity? And then depending on my struggle, if I'm leaning more towards, okay, this side of the fence I'm where I'm kind of done, or this side of the fence where I feel like I got more in me, I'm just the type of person to go all out. Like, I'm just going to go balls to the wall. Let's get it done.
So if the cup is half full, you're going to go balls to the wall.
Oh, yeah. I'm not looking at that motherfucker half empty.
But if it is looking half empty,
it ain't looking that's
when-
got to be like a quarter empty. You know what I mean?
But is that when it's like calling it, like
Yeah.
your mental is just seeing it in a really pessimistic way?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, at that point, you just kind of have to look at life and what you've built for yourself over the years. And I think that he's built a really good foundation for him and his family. So moving forward, I think that retirement would probably be better for him anyway, so he can spend more time with his family, so he can have that bonding, that love with his family. And I know all these players don't really get to fully embrace that because of all the time they spend in putting into this craft. So I mean, moving forward, I'm nothing but happy for him.
Wow, and then the last thing I'll say before we move on to something else, dude, this guy's set. Like, if there was ever a person that can retire and not have to worry about a damn thing for generations, this motherfucker. Like,
He's set. His whole family line is set, like, to succeed in Philadelphia. Like his great grandson can be like, yo, my great grandfather was Jason Kelsey.
they're all gonna have iPhones. Nobody's not gonna have an iPhone in that family. Yo, okay, speaking of iPhones or Samsungs, right?
Just phones in general.
Somebody got a clip of this lady just going all out in the airport because they fired her, and this was her retaliation. So it was in Atlanta. This lady's name is Shakoria Ellie, and the restaurant or little place she got fired from is called Harvest and Grounds. So have you seen the video?
I seen the video, yeah.
So this lady obviously is emotional because she got fired from her job.
Right.
And she said, all right, I'm not coming back. I'm going straight to prison.
You want to know what I'm thinking of? Like, right when I saw that video,
What?
the first thought that entered my mind, I was just like,
I can relate.
Yeah, no, I'm weak. Yeah, like, real talk. Like, I was wondering, like, I wonder what bitch ass motherfucker fired her. Like, I wonder, because, you know, it's always somebody that you have a problem with. So I wonder if that person that she had a problem with
must have been
was the one
sorry
person that could
ass.
fire somebody. You know what I mean? So it's like, I wonder if that was the case, because I don't want to automatically look at her and just be like, oh, she's in the wrong because, like, she should have just chilled out. Like, nah, like, I want to, like, look
But
at the
like
whole picture.
she had beef with like multiple people because in that video it said the official report said she was attacking everybody. In the video,
Yeah,
it
it was
just
a little
showed her
different.
attacking maybe like 3, and then there was kind of these 2 guys that were bigger than her pushing her
Kinda
off,
trying to,
not letting
getting
her
her
get
chill.
to the. You could see like a couple like ladies in the back. I mean, why would somebody do this?
It
You know
had
what
to
I'm
be
saying?
over a reason that wasn't fit in her mind to get fired over. Or maybe we could just be completely wrong and she's very emotional about what she goes through in her life and how she handles things. You know?
So what? Here for you, let me make it personal. So
Okay.
so Zay, what would have to happen, or explain to me the circumstances that would push you to the limit of, I don't care about going to jail.
Ooh.
Like what would have to happen?
Well, I'm not gonna tell anybody my trigger points, but what I will say is if you do
Tune
get
into
to
the
that
next
point-
episode.
next week. What I am trying to say though,
Well,
you come after my family, you automatically got a ticket to these hands. Like it's just no ifs, ands, or buts. All right, so if you come after my family, you obviously got a one-way ticket to these hands. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, but
That's a good reason, I think, for most people.
right.
But, well, okay, yeah, we're talking you. Okay.
I'm just saying for me, if you get to a point where I feel like I have to throw hands, like you have to get me at such an unbalanced way for such a long period of time to finally make me just be like, all right, you know what? Like I keep setting these boundaries and you keep like pole vaulting over my boundaries, so like now we have a problem. So now I know what you're doing further is with intent. So now I'm gonna talk to you about it. And if you don't wanna, you know what I mean, kind of communicate and work things out that way, and then we have to deal things with that way, then you're in trouble.
Yeah, so
But
so you think that this was a seed that grew into a tree of problems?
yeah, for sure.
This wasn't just I'm fired, all right.
I don't think this was I'm hired for like a 2-3 month thing and then I'm fired and then let's go off. Or it could be. I mean, I don't know, but I just think that shit was like probably.
It's funny because we're thinking of the logical answer,
right?
And from an illogical situation,
Right.
No, nobody in their real right mind would do
something. Yeah. At the end of the day, you get fired, just move along. I mean, it is what it is.
Especially at an airport, you got to be tripping on international grounds.
Well,
I don't know if the airport is considered international, but
well, you do get really good benefits working at an airport. So I mean, she probably was pissed off at those not getting those benefits anymore.
Yeah, that or she missed that ramen. Maybe she been in the penitentiary before and she was just craving some ramen bricks.
Not the ramen bricks.
Yo, don't wash your clothes with everybody else. Wash it in the sink. I'm talking like
Air
I've been
dry.
in before.
Yeah, no, okay, like no.
I'm dead. All right, I guess that's enough of this crazy lady. So what do you want to talk about next? We got Yo Gotti, we got Juice WRLD, we got Ricky Ross.
I feel like let's save Juice WRLD for last and let's go Rick Ross right now.
All right, so Ricky Ross, the boss, Florida boss. So this is a big milestone. As an artist myself, if this happened to me in my city, this would be pretty huge.
Yeah,
I mean, I might even put that on the level of like winning a Grammy. In a way, yeah. So Rick Ross, he basically earned the keys to his city, Miami.
That's like out of all places, like Miami, you have the keys to Miami. Like you the boss, Rick Ross.
What do you think you have to do, like as an artist, to get that? Like it can't just be this famous artist, right? You have to be like actively.
You have to be an active influencer in that community of Miami, not just rapper artists, but like influencer of positive and like what is he doing for the community? Like you're not just gonna be a rapper.
Came to my mind real quick.
Like Drake don't have the keys to Canada. You know what I'm saying?
I think he does to Toronto, right? Does he?
Do we? I don't know.
I'm dead.
I never heard of it.
Well, this came to my mind real quick, and this kind of gets controversial a little bit. Do you simply have to be a big donator to that specific city in order to
like
get
a big donator or like a big donator?
Like, okay, so let's say you're
in
Ricky Ross and you donated every year. You donate $5 million to the schools, the teachers, and the police force.
Or think about it this way: do you have to buy the key, and then the public makes it look like he was given the key?
I'm dead. The key is worth $20 million, and over the span of 5 years, you have to donate that $20 million to get the key
consecutively. Like, you know what I mean? You can't break it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, think about that.
Yeah, that
Rick Ross, you the boss. You got the keys to Miami. Do your thing.
With that being said, one day I will have the keys to Mesa, Arizona.
To East Mesa. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yo, hit me with the best places to donate in
Oh
Mesa.
my God.
I'm coming for you.
I gotta put places in mind.
Keys to Mesa, Arizona. Let's go. Would they give it to a Mexican?
I bet they would. I bet the key would be silver from Home Depot, like type of look.
Oh, silver and
Okay.
thin like a nail.
Oh no.
I'm dead. Okay, so with that, Rick Ross, there. So I guess, to be fair, I didn't watch the video, but in the news article, it said that he's urging Memphis
Okay.
to put down guns and ski masks. So first and foremost, is Memphis in Tennessee?
That sounds right.
It sounds very right.
It sounds-
Hey, if we're wrong, I'm sorry.
It is what it is.
Hit me with a message. But so what do you think? So first of all, why specifically Memphis? And second of all, why urge to put down guns and ski masks?
I just think, what if he has like some personal, goddamn. What if he had some personal people close to him in Memphis, and then they're just letting him know what's going on and how crazy it is, and so he's being an advocate for them because their voices can't reach anybody, but obviously Rick Ross got the keys to Miami, big boss. You know,
Dude, you know what I just realized?
he's gonna say what he want to say. People gonna listen.
So our other news topic is Yo Gotti.
Yeah.
I think. Hey, babe, if you could hear me, see if his brother Big Juke was killed in Memphis.
Yo, that would be insane.
Because I don't know if that's real, but if it is, that could be the reason why he's saying to put down guns.
Oh God.
So, babe, could you hear me? Yo, look that up and then give me an answer in a second. But with that being said, let's talk about Yo Gotti's brother real quick.
Man, me personally, I don't like to hear people dying over dumb shit anyway. So regardless of who you are, I mean, I don't care the type of lifestyle you live, but me personally, I feel like you either die on your feet or you die in your sleep. You know what I mean? And like that's
Damn, that's anytime, any place.
anyway.
This kind of hit me in a personal way. Because when I heard about it, it was just kind of like I replaced my name with his name,
Okay.
and obviously brother with maybe one of my brothers.
Right.
And it was like damn. Okay, Big Zaddy Bliss's brother gets shot and killed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like this kind
That
of
sucks.
fucked up,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's fucked up. You know what I mean?
So I took it like very personal, and man, I just feel bad. Like, imagine Yo
Condolences to all
Gotti.
the family. You know what I mean?
How many realistically, how many people does Yo Gotti have that he can trust 100%? He's at that point in life where meeting new people that he can trust can't be
It's slim to none. I mean,
right. So imagine one of his guys 100% trust his brother Big Juke. One of his guys just gone. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be value when you're that famous in the people you trust, right?
There has to be an unlimited amount of value in those people.
Right. It was in Memphis? Okay, so
No,
wild.
no way.
This is wild. This wasn't set up, I promise you. We just connected it. Rick Ross
No way.
urges Memphis to put down guns and ski masks. And this comes because Yo Gotti's brother, Big Juke, got shot and killed in Memphis. So crazy connection right there. But yeah, that it just hit home with me. It really did.
Yeah.
'Cause-
So let me put this in perspective to you. So with somebody that close and somebody that you can trust, let's just say you look at me in that way. Let's just say I got killed that way.
Man, I'm not even as famous as Yo Gotti, and I feel like finding someone to trust is like, I could like maybe one hand of people I could trust with 100% certainty, and that would fuck me up.
I can count on 3 fingers of how many people I can trust. To that extent.
Wow. We won't name them because
No.
we don't want to make anybody butthurt. But wow,
Well, yeah.
insane. So real quick, that kind of like brought my energy down a little bit.
Yeah. Well.
Before we get to that Juice WRLD situation, I kind of wanted to take a second and I want to do a segment really where I ask Mighty some questions that I put together.
Me?
So, without further ado,
All right, here we go.
question number 1.
Number 1.
What are you most afraid of? I want like a real deep answer. Like really dig down in like your inner child. You know what I'm saying? Like what is something that legit is scary? Could be anything.
I remember like when I was younger watching The Sixth Sense, and that movie made me scared of the like. I wasn't scared of the dark. I was just scared of like what could be in the dark. But that's just a funny little tidbit. But I think the thing that I'm scared of most is just being in a situation to where somebody I care about an exponentially amount is in a crisis that I can save and I'm unable to.
Wow.
To me, that's like a huge like.
So you're afraid of somebody close to you being in some sort of danger,
being in
and you
reach
can't-
that I can save them, and then I'm unable to.
you can't do anything.
Right.
That
right.
sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I've had like
Imagine being tied up to a chair, and then your family's over there, and then some guy just walks in with a machete. Like,
Have you ever had like a dream or nightmare where it's so simple, right? But it's like there's a ledge or a gap and you can't make it to the other side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like you're running from something and you're just not fast enough. That's my opinion of a nightmare, and what you described was pretty nightmare.
you think that's why they made pole vaulting to get to the other side?
I think they made pole vaulting for those guys that like long poles.
Makes sense.
I'm dead. All right, so my second question for you
Second
is,
question.
and this is kind of a 3-part question. And up to you, what comes first? Your mom, your wife, or your daughter? Put them in order, and explain why.
Well, first is first. Like, my daughter's always gonna. My children are gonna be first, no matter what. They take precedence over everybody. It doesn't matter. Wow. Is this like the love of my life? Like,
This is your wife,
oh yeah.
You
If
know
I
what
make
I'm
it that far, that's for life.
and like to give you a little bit more circumstance. Let's just say you're tied up, right? You can't do nothing. Like you said, your nightmare was you can't do nothing. And there's a guy that asked you, and he has a gun, right? And all 3 of them are standing there.
I can only save one.
No. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so obviously you're saving your daughter first, right? That's
Right.
first and foremost.
Right.
So then it's between one or the other. Then it's kind of like a 50-50 deal. Are you stopping him from killing wife or killing mom?
That's a very tough question. If this girl makes it to the point to where we're married, we have children, we have the family, to be honest, I'm gonna be like, yo, mom, like, how do you feel about this? My mom's a very logical, sensible, like, person. So
you would let your mom answer?
yeah, for sure. And whatever she says, I'll agree with. You know what I mean?
So then does that mean you do take your mom second?
I take her
Because
word
you're,
second.
you're okay with her saying, save me, fuck this girl. You know what I mean? So she would be second, and then wife would be last.
In this term, because I haven't met somebody that is that on the level of like, I don't know what that's like. So
I'm dead.
I'm
So
gonna have to say
to
mom
add
second.
context,
Yeah, right.
Mighty's single.
I'm weak.
So he kind of has a biased answer here, and so cool. You went with your daughter first. That's beautiful.
Daughter, mama,
Mama,
baby
wife.
mama. Yeah.
Cool. I like that. That's cool. All right. So the next question I got for you is, what do you think happens when we die?
So I honestly feel like we're part of a big energy mass, and I feel like whenever we die, we're released from these spacesuits that we call our bodies, and our energy gets dispersed back into the universe. Take it as you will, but that's just what I find comfort in.
It is comforting. It's nice. I mean,
Yeah.
we are like a bunch of like balls of protons, electrons, and neutrons, right?
Right.
All that is electrical.
Yeah, they say lightning is alive, like energy is alive, and I think that we have that aliveness inside of our body. So whenever we die, our bodies are unable to move because the energy is dispersed from it.
Where I said all that is electrical.
I know. I'm an electrician,
no,
baby.
I get it. Like it's energy that those atoms, right? They're just creating heat. They're creating warm, and I mean we're built up of trillions of them probably, but
it's just motion.
Right. So what really would happen? Do they just power out? You know what I'm saying?
They just stop moving.
They can't. I don't know. I find
what
it
if
hard
them
to...
moving keeps our energy inside our body? So when they're done moving, they just we're just out.
I like that. I like that we join the energy of the universe.
The universe, yeah. We just become one with said universe. So we're not living on the third dimension. We're living on like the fifth dimension in that aspect. Like we become one with everything. We know everything. We see everything. We're a part of everything. We are everything.
Wow. Great answer. All right, so so this one's nice. Do you think you're honest with yourself?
I'm brutally honest with myself.
Wow, that was a great answer.
I'm brutally honest with myself. Like
I could agree with that, and I think that's good for that one. Nice. Next question. So you're single, right? So I think actually you can answer this question really well.
Okay.
So what does a healthy relationship look like to you? I guess you're kind of speculating.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say comprehension, reciprocation, consideration.
Yeah, I was waiting for something like that. I was to like round it out.
Yeah, those three are my top three. So if those three are in, let's just say on a scale from 1 to 10, and if somebody's giving you a below 5, it's like that's a red flag. If somebody's giving you a below, like anywhere between like a 6 to an 8, like that's pretty good.
So a 6 to an 8 when it comes to consideration. If they're only giving you like a 5, like you said,
yeah,
then it's kind of
like you're clearly at a distance for a reason. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
I don't feel like anybody should settle, but I feel like there should be compromise with everybody in each relationship, whether that's friendship, familyship, relationship, doesn't matter.
I feel like subconsciously people do that, what you said about kind of rating people when it comes to their consideration, their communication, like stuff like that. I feel like people actually do put that on a rating for their own personal standards.
Oh, you said subconsciously?
Hey, I like that. You know what I mean? Without even thinking about it, it's like, I like that.
Like just imagine like, I don't know, let's just say my favorite color is green. Anytime I see green, I'm just like, Like I don't know, it's just kind of like
imagine a girl, pretty, right? She's wearing a green shirt. All of a sudden you like it, right?
I'm like, yo, plus, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, so those three are very important. Those, to me, if you meet those three on a level that just nobody else has done, I think realistically you could be very successful in a relationship. And one person can't give too much more than another. Like it has to be reciprocated. I mean, that comes with all aspects of a relationship. That's what makes the relationship strong. That's how you build the bond.
And to branch off of that real quick, I think people should be looking at a lot of different things. And rating those different things when it comes to being with somebody in a relationship. Because, I mean, how many relationships do you see that end because, this person didn't do this?
You know what I just had an idea of?
What?
What if everybody were to rate, instead of subconsciously rate those qualities of the other person, but instead of like doing it by themselves or subconsciously, what if they actually sat down with their partner and did it with their partner? Like, hey, I legitimately feel like on a scale of 1 to 10,
like actually creating that. Like if somebody didn't have good communication,
boom, I would be like, yo, you're kind of a 5 with communication, and I really enjoy if you were to do this for me. Is to improve your communication.
Knowledge is power. Imagine that. Imagine what a little bit of communication can do in your relationship.
I mean, you can communicate all you want, but if you don't have no comprehension of that communication, it's out the window. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so great. That was a really great answer. So the next question I got for you is, when was the last time you cried?
Whoa.
And you don't have to tell us why. I'm just kind of curious.
Wait, so what type of cry? Was I like a sad cry? Was I a happy cry?
Any, it's just, when's the last time you cried? Like, you could have been crying yesterday about just having a great life. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I feel like I'm very empathetic when I watch, like, when I get very much into like shows.
I'm dead. This guy would bring up some anime stuff.
Yeah, hell yeah. I ain't gonna lie, bro. One Piece, bro, got me going. I ain't gonna lie.
I see Ray back there laughing about. Dig into that. Okay, what was the show? If you feel comfortable talking about it.
No, it's cool to go through a journey or watch somebody's journey from nothing, and then to see the consistency work out so well. Their hard work and consistency pushed them to the limit that they thought they were going to reach, and then they blow past that limit. And then now they're free. They're exactly where they want to be, and there's still room to improve. I think for me, that's just like, wow, it gives me goosebumps. Like, I think that's so cool, and it's motivating to a point to where I'm empathetic towards that, as in whenever somebody like that is reaching their goals, I just feel waves of emotion. And I don't mind expressing any emotion that I have. Sad, happy, mad.
Wow.
It doesn't matter.
So basically what he's saying is, in order to make him cry, you need one thing. To be a really good director.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I like that. That's really cool. All right. Okay, so
and that can be a director of anything. Like
a director of OnlyFans videos.
I'm weak. Poor Juice WRLD.
I'm dead. We're gonna get right into that right after this last question. So keep that keep that on your mind. Okay, so the last question is, what would you eat if you knew it was your last meal? What's your last meal? Whether you're on death row or you're just old, dying in a hospital, what's your last meal?
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Dua Lipa. I'm just playing.
Dude, I was like, wait, what?
No, honestly, for my last meal, I probably would have to go with sushi.
Wow,
okay. I love
Is there a
sushi.
specific spot?
I don't want to put my spot out there like that, but just know there is a specific
I agree.
spot.
That's our spot.
Yeah, that's.
I know.
I gotta gatekeep that a little bit, because if I just bring it out there, then.
So what's the plate, or what's the roll?
Ooh, let me get a. I've really been enjoying.
Wait, can I say the roll? Or wait, just tell me if it's wrong. But let me say Zay's last meal real quick, and then he's gonna give you his real answer. But this might be it. Red Dragon roll, eel sauce on the side, and 2 sake bombs.
If I can get 3, we feeling good.
Is that the roll that you were?
That's definitely the roll.
All right,
100%. I think you do that. But that shaggy dog roll to me lately has been.
I'm dead.
Whoa.
Okay.
It's got like that shredded crab.
That is at a different spot though.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about that other spot.
No, but you can still get it at that same spot.
Is it better? Because this main spot has kind of quality. The other spot's kind of quantity. You know what I'm saying?
It's still got some quality. I will say, anytime I've tasted the shaggy dog roll, I haven't been displeased.
Bet. Yo, if anybody knows the spot we're talking about, comment on this video or on the post, whatever. Whoever comments first, got a little reward for you.
Ooh.
Anyway, moving on. So, jumping right into our last topic.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this Juice WRLD sex tape OnlyFans situation.
Like, dog.
So, I got some opinions about this,
Okay.
but let's do your opinions first, and then we'll move to.
I'm just gonna say, I think it's kind of fucked up, just because like he's kind of gone, like, you know what I mean, and he was and influences a certain amount of people. So putting him out there in that type of spotlight, is that really the right move? Like, how would you feel? Like, if your mom? I don't even know, dude.
Wait,
like,
go! I want to hear what you're gonna say. How would you feel
Like,
if your mom? Okay.
No, just saying. Let's just say like your dad, right? And you have a stepmom.
Dad.
Let's just say you had a dad. You do have a dad, but you have a stepmom. And let's just say your dad died, and then Your stepmom put out the video of your dad beating guts. Like,
Sheesh. And then, wait, she's dead?
no, he's dead. The dad's dead.
Dude is dead.
Dude's dead.
Okay.
And your stepmom is the one out there putting out videos of.
Putting it in
Pops
those
clapping.
terms, Pops is getting it. You know what I'm saying? If Pops can make some money from me after the grave, you know what I'm saying?
I'm weak. Runs in the
dead.
jeans.
It's so controversial because
fucked
Juice was like so beloved by so many people, and it's kind of seems like a negative thing. You
I
want to
think it's very selfish of her.
you want to villainize her, right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
And I mean, okay, so this was the motive behind it. So the motive, apparently, she said that this video was leaked or was gonna be leaked. So she wanted to jump ahead of it and just put it out
And make a
on
profit
her
from it.
own, with her own narrative, and I guess potentially make money from it.
You know what I gotta say to that?
What?
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's a great
But
answer.
who knows?
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good, but you know what I mean?
So, I'm gonna give my opinions, but one last question I got for Mighty is: a month, 2 months from now, what's going on with this?
With the video.
With the video, it's put out. Now what?
To be honest, it's just is what it is. Like, eventually it's gonna get leaked, and then people are gonna stop paying for it. Obviously, people are gonna go to watch it. Like, that's just what people do. Like, they're curious, and curiosity killed the cat. In this case, literally. But
Right. So my opinion as an artist,
I think it's gonna disappear.
Juice as an artist. To be honest with you, I got a great relationship with my significant other. If I could leave behind anything, money, any like my will, my estate, just make money. I'm gone. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the dust. I'm energy with the universe, like Mighty was talking about. Like, make your money. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
That's how I feel
That
about
perspective,
it.
I mean, I can see that.
It's funny because I take a lot of these topics that we're talking about kind of personal, especially if they're artists.
Right.
Because I feel like I'm in that category, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, how many artists did we talk about? Lil Nas,
That's 3.
Yo Gotti, Juice, and Rick.
Oh,
4 artists. This was a kind of an emotional roller coaster for me today.
so how do you feel about that at the end of the discussion of what we talked about so far? How do you feel like what's your inner peace feeling like?
I mean, you know when you sit down and talk to a therapist,
Right.
you kind of let it out and
Yeah.
you talk about it. I kind of do feel just,
Kind of pour out the emotion, and then you're
yeah,
sitting
it's just
there.
nice.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only answer I can kind of give you. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you're amazing, or oh, shit, right? It's just nice.
Yeah. Tune in next week for Therapy's Day. I'm just playing.
Tune in every week for Therapy Day. But to top off this episode, we're running on time here. I wanted to just get this off my chest. Basically, this is to anybody who's watching that watches because you see the hustle, you see what we're doing. Basically, I want to just, if I could sit and just watch you, right, in a non-weird way, I want to see what you're capable of doing when you're tired. Right? I want to see
That's that dog.
what you can create after you've got no more motivation.
There's no inspiration. It's just
What?
how can you do it?
What and where can you go with your career, with your physical self? Where, imagine the places you can go if you did the shit when you didn't want to. Right? And I just, like with this podcast, it was like supposed to come, it was supposed to start a long time ago and it just didn't. And guess what?
Yeah, that's true.
Here it is.
Right.
It might not have been when I wanted it, but it's here. Why? Because I just got the shit done.
Right.
Like whether I wanted to do it or not. Like doing that first episode last week, was I ready? Like, oh yeah, I'm ready. Let's sit down and go. No, I wasn't ready. I was like, all right, let's just see where the hell this takes us.
Nobody's ready to jump off a cliff. You got to just jump and experience the.
Was I ready for a second episode this week? Yeah. This was a great conversation. I feel
Right.
in it.
Yeah, same.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so yeah, I just want to like put that out there, put in your thoughts. Imagine the stuff you can do when you're tired, unmotivated, and you just don't want to do anything. And do it.
For me, at least, that I call that my dog. The amount of power that my dog has, depending on how much I feed him. So, like, me doing the stuff that I don't want to do feeds that dog. It's going to make him bigger. It's going to make him fatter. It's going to make him stronger. Eventually, it doesn't matter if I want to do something or not. I'm just going to do it. Because I built that discipline and that consistency inside my inner dog.
Wow. Nike couldn't have come up with a better
Just
motto.
fucking do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Shit's hard.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Okay.
This was a cool episode. We'll see you guys next week with the hottest topics of the week. Again, you'll get my opinion, you'll get Zay's opinion, and we got our special guest next week. So we'll be announcing that coming up. So stay tuned. Appreciate y'all. Peace.